This weekend, G's Clippers in Milwaukee is transforming into a community life-saving hub, offering free hands-only CPR, Stop the Bleed, and Narcan training. Joining me now are Gallen G. Smith of G's Clippers and Lieutenant Carlos Velasquez Sanchez of the Milwaukee Fire Department. Gentlemen, both of you, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Good to see you. So let's start with this training. This is not the first time that this type of training has happened at G's Clippers, but take me through, Lieutenant Velasquez, just the importance of this type of training and what we're going to see at G's this weekend.
Well, thank you so much for having us. First off, it is the third time that we're going to be doing this at G's Clippers, and thank you so much to G for opening the doors and Jasmine for putting everything together. Early prevention is key. Fire Department, Milwaukee Fire Department, we are very good at being at emergencies very quickly, but there is that lapse of time where we need help from the community. Knowing what to do in case of an emergency, whether it is by doing compressions or administering Narcan or stopping an active bleeding, can make a difference on that person's life. So we're going to be showing the people that are going to be in attendance what they need to do. Very simple steps, whether it's just compressions, which have been proved that if you can do it right away, can double or triple the chances of that person surviving the incident, to other things that they can do to provide aid if it's needed.
Yeah, and so since this partnership launched over the past 3 years or so, I believe, with Froedtert, the Medical College of Wisconsin, more than 200 community members have taken advantage of some of these trainings. G, I know it's important for you as the owner of this barbershop not to just be a barbershop, but a place in the community to provide some of these resources. What do you hope that people take away from these trainings?
I mean, learning how to, possibly save a life if they're ever in that situation. We never know what. When we'll need that training. Just recently at MPS, one of my good friends is a principal over at MPS, Derek Jenkins, and he literally saved the kid's life that was choking, at school in the lunchroom. So we just never know. We just never know. So I believe that that's what a barbershop is there for, more than just to help the community look good.
Yeah, I was just about to say, why is it important for you that G's is that hub for the community?
I mean, the barbershop is the heartbeat of the community, man. I believe that I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do, I feel.
Yeah. Lieutenant Velasquez, take me through how how Saturday's training will work. I know this is free and open to the public. Do folks just show up, or take me through what they're going to see? Everybody
that wants to come by is welcome. Again, G opened the doors, and the space is available for us not only to do the practical portion, the lecture, but also the practical portion. So we're going to be teaching how to do hands-only CPR, just showing compressions. We're going to teach them how to do stop the bleed, whether it's by applying pressure, packaging the wound, or using a tourniquet. And we're also going to show what we need to do if a person needs to administer Narcan to a person that is experiencing an overdose. So we're going to do a little lecture beforehand, and then we're going to let people practice, and that's going to be taking place between 9 in the morning and 12 noon.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and beyond even Saturday's event, G, you have a wellness clinic there at the barbershop. I mean, there are trainings and there are health checks that people can take advantage of every week.
Every single Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and every other Wednesday, those same hours. And as we see the need, we'll add more days, but a lot of individuals is really taking advantage of G's MKE Wellness Clinic.
Yeah, well, great. Well, thank you both for being here, and thanks for what you're doing in the community. We appreciate it. Again, this free training is happening Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon at G's Clippers near MLK and Garfield in Milwaukee. No registration is required. You can just show up and learn how to save a life.